Gemini, hello. The very first of the mutable signs. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, if you're returning. Yes, Artemis Willow 44. Getting ready to do a reading, a general reading for the sun sign of Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Not just sun sign, sorry. This is a general reading. It's not a specific love reading. I just channel what comes through. Whatever needs to come through is what you need to hear right now, what a specific group of you might need to hear right now. This reading is not going to resonate with every single Gemini out there. It's just impossible. But the strongest energies do come through. So if you are here, then you are certainly meant to be here. Okay, Gemini, at the bottom of the deck, before I even shuffle, that is your card. Major Arcana, the Magician. I love this card. I mean, this is the manifester. He's integrating all the elements, earth, fire, air, water, and manifesting with intention and with power that which comes into his life. So I'm just going to bless the space quickly and then we can start your reading with honor and gratitude. Thank you, Spirit and Collective, for allowing me to be a messenger today. Spirit, please come into this reading, bless this reading. Make this your message and your message only. Only messages of divine love and light. Negative energy must leave the space now. Please open my third eye so that I may see clearly. Please open my crown chakra to your divine guidance and messages. You know what needs to come through today for the collective of Gemini, inviting in the cosmic, eternal, living Christ, light and love. Amen. Okay, so Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. I'm just going to shuffle and then we can start. You know, if you don't know what your other placements are and you are here because of your sun sign, let me tell you, you are so much more than just your sun sign. I'm a Taurus sun, but like my whole life I was always, I read, you know, the readings for Taurus in the magazine and whatever. And I had no idea that I had strong placements in other signs at all. I just identified as a Taurus. And then I figured out my Venus is in Gemini, and that made a lot of sense. Venus is the planet of love. It rules over Taurus and Libra. And with a Venus in Gemini, what that meant for me was that I am particularly drawn to an energy that is witty, intellectualism stimulates me. And that's what I'm drawn to in love connections. And then I went back and realized that almost all my relationships have been with Geminis. My very first relationship was a Gemini, this 2nd of June, then the next one was the 7th of June, and then the 2nd of June, and my ex-husband is the 3rd of June. So I was like, oh, no wonder. I love your energy, Gemini. It's that witty, sarcastic, and not rude sarcastic, I mean funny sarcastic. It gets me every time. And you guys are very intellectual. You're an air sign. And also immutable signs. So the fixed signs are there to hold the zodiac wheel in place and have some kind of structure. I mean, we all can't be trailblazers and rushing into things. So the fixed signs hold the wheel together. Then the cardinal signs, which I've just done, those signs usually signify the beginning of a season. So they are the trailblazers. They are the ones that push us out. That energy is what pushes us out of our comfort zone. Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer. And they initiate change. And the mutable signs, which you are, Gemini, are there to facilitate that change. So you help us transmute the new energy. So we are so grateful for you. I mean, if you didn't facilitate change, we would all be stuck. And so because you have those personalities, go with the flow, expansive, intellectual, deeply emotional with Pisces, intuitive, highly intuitive, you hold the space for the zodiac wheel in facilitating major change. So your role, just have a sip of water. Sorry, Gemini, it's very dry here where I am, even with the rain, and my throat and everything, I always battle at this time of the year. Anyway, what was I saying? Your energy, yes, your role, the role that you have to play in the collective right now is absolutely critical with the changes that we are going through. Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. Wish fulfillment. Wow. As I split the deck, 2 cards of wish fulfillment. The 9 of Cups. Okay, that is like, completely, when it's just before the 10 of Cups, when you've achieved, complete emotional fulfillment. This is an energy of manifesting, of having your wishes fulfilled, of stepping into your own energy, of knowing what you want. And then at the bottom of the deck, when I split it, was the Star. Card of Aquarius, also an air sign. The Star represents healing and wish fulfillment and hope. You see how she's tethered to that star in the sky. She's wishing upon a star. She's trusting in divine timing that when the stars align, her manifestations will come into fruition. Wow. And then I did show you the Magician. So this is what you are bringing into your space. As I was connecting with your energy, I was feeling very impatient though. Like I had such an impatient energy. I was impatient with the kids. I was restless. So I'm not sure if you guys are feeling a little bit restless at the moment. Let's see what is going on. I'm sorry, I'm going to ask the question. I don't like to just... Okay, let me focus, Gemini. This could be your energy. Like, it is all over the place. I mean, my ex-husband was like that as well. Like, just highly energetic. And, yeah, I'm definitely picking up that energy and also a restlessness. Okay, focus. Spirit, what is going on for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Clarity, Ace of Swords. You might be gaining clarity on a specific issue. It's also an epiphany. Wow, that's the restless energy. I knew he was going to come out. Let me just pause. It's a moment of clarity. The Ace of Swords is a new start. It's a fresh new beginning. The swords represent air energy. You are an air sign. You are receiving clarity about something, and it's making you want to rush towards something. This is the restless energy. I actually saw the Knight of Swords when I was feeling what I was feeling, being in your energy. I mean, he is on a mission, and he has no time to waste. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the deck. He's running off to his motorbike. He has a message to deliver, and he cannot wait to deliver it. It's like this excited, impatient energy, but challenged by the Hermit. So, okay, maybe you've been going within about this energy, that you have, and just taking time to reflect, maybe from, past actions or past hurts. You know what? Let me just see the narrative before I... Temperance, the card of Archangel Michael, the card of Sagittarius as well, another mutable sign. Temperance is all about balance, balancing the masculine and the feminine, balancing emotions. It's a healing card. It's a card of healing. And it is for, the card of Archangel Michael for me. It's also about patience. Oh, yes, of course. Temperance is about patience. It's about waiting for divine timing. Okay, I see what's going on here. You've had some kind of epiphany about maybe being impatient, not allowing things to unfold in divine timing. I know I struggle with that as well. Especially if you are action-oriented. Excuse me for my cough. If you are action-oriented, Geminis just want to take action. It's very difficult to pull back from that energy, especially if, I'm picking up what you're feeling. But you are realizing, you've had a moment of clarity about this, that this is something you need to do. Just pull back from a situation, whether it's a relationship, whether it's, whether it's work, whether it's your life, just be patient and allow divine guidance to enter you. You see how she's connecting with the light card of Virgo, another mutable sign. Wow, so we've got Sagittarius and Virgo. I won't be surprised if the High Priestess comes out because she's Pisces. And then we will have all the mutable signs on the table. Okay, let's see what's going on. Releasing conflict. It slid out in the reverse. That's good. 5 of Wands. Let's just see, Gemini, what's going on. Sorry. What's going on for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, 10 of Wands, which represents burdens, end of a cycle, the end of a heavy, burdensome cycle. The Heartbreak card came out sideways, so maybe healing over some kind of heartbreak where there was deception, maybe self-deception, this could be about rushing into relationships without thinking, not wanting to be alone. We can be addicted to relationship because we don't want to be alone. I can definitely identify with that. This is actually the longest period that I've been single since I started dating. I just realized that the other day. 8 of Cups, walking away. And that's good. Being single is good because I would have never gone through my healing journey if I had been in a relationship, because I have the personality of giving too much as well. And then I lose myself in that relationship because, I'm trying to please the other person, but not in an unconditional way, in a way that is seeking validation. So it's not that it's not genuine. It's just that it is rooted in wanting validation or in expecting validation back. So I do give with my heart, don't get me wrong. And this is what, I'm sharing this because it's exactly what I'm getting here. Rushing into relationships, not considering, the outcome, or, it's very much, it's not like the Knight of Wands though. It's not like a player energy. That's definitely not what it is at all. It's just a fear of being alone. And you then self-deceive by believing that a relationship is going to fulfill that. But that's not what happens, because your expectations, even if they are met, they'll just grow bigger, because you're not facing the wounding that is causing you to seek out relationship and avoid healing. I know it sucks to be single sometimes, but on the other hand, the other side of the spectrum, the other side of that coin, is when you do step into a relationship, it is beautifully balanced. It's balanced and there's no conflict. This passionate arguing often comes from, rushing into a commitment before you are truly ready, I'm not saying everyone has to be fully healed before being in a relationship. Then we'd never have a relationship. What I'm saying is that you need to have done some inner work where you understand your wounding, and you're not having the expectation of fulfillment from the relationship, because that just ends up in heartbreak. And then you have to go back to square one. Those wounds don't go away until we address them. And that is why we can keep attracting the same relationships over and over and over and over. Because those people are meant to trigger the wounding that we haven't touched yet. And until we face that wounding and spend some time integrating the lessons, understanding why we keep cycling in a certain relationship, until we heal those wounds, guess what we are going to keep attracting? Those exact same people. Because wounding keeps you at a certain vibration as well. It can create fear, it can create guilt, shame, sense of abandonment, self-worth issues, self-confidence issues. And we then try and compensate for that by seeking it outside of ourselves. And I've been saying this ad nauseum in the reading, so I apologize if you've watched the others and have heard this already. But if we don't heal those things, they just come out in our relationships. But you are releasing this. I think this is the major moment of clarity that you have had. It might have come, on the heels of a breakup, but I'm not getting that. I think you're just realizing that you can't sustain this. It feels burdensome. This healing that's not happening is starting to weigh heavy on your shoulders. There comes a time when the pain to change becomes less than the pain of remaining the same. And so it's easier to make a change and realize, the pain of staying in the same stuck cycle, looping, it just outweighs what it would take to heal and change. And so you are walking away towards your wish fulfillment, the 8 of Cups. I showed you the 9 of Cups. You're leaving all of this baggage, emotional baggage behind, all the relationships, the things that don't satisfy you anymore and that just don't bring you wish fulfillment. And you are Mercury retrograde. Gemini. Mercury rules your sign, so he should at least give me a break for your reading. Oh yes, Mercury is in retrograde, which is also why you may be reflecting. Mercury rules the sign of Gemini. Oh, thank you, Mercury retrograde, for that message. You see, the planets give us messages as well. Mercury retrograde. Mercury is about communication, right? So when Mercury goes retrograde, it's not really moving backwards in the sky physically. It just is the appearance of Mercury moving backwards. But anything retrograde means the opposite of its energy. So if Mercury represents communication, Mercury retrograde, it's literally like you can't communicate properly. You'll find that, anything to do with communication, electronics, even your car, anything electronic based starts to fail. And I work in production, and I always see a spike in control and automation problems when Mercury is in retrograde. Of course, nobody there believes me. They'll just look at me like, yeah, okay, sorry, girl. Mercury also, when it goes retrograde, it brings back exes. It brings back exes. You could get ex-girlfriends, boyfriends texting you, reaching out again. Because it makes you reflect. And then if you are lonely, the thing you can do from a place of wounding is then, in an unhealthy way, reach out to somebody, because you're not actually reaching out to them from an unconditional place of care, but you might be reaching out because of, needing validation, needing to fulfill your sense of self-esteem, or to just be recognized, and you're not doing that anymore. I think Mercury retrograde resulted in this massive, massive sense of clarity about that. Wow, Gemini, that is beautiful energy. Okay, I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite Spirit Guides, Angels. Just one card, please. Can you clarify the storyline, the narrative for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Yeah, this restless energy as well. I have it, when I'm alone and my kids have gone to their dad. Sometimes I'm not sure what to do with myself, and then because I'm in that energy, I feel like distracting myself, whether it's through connecting with someone or, even watching Netflix, or just, I don't know. And sometimes I find it hard to sit still, like relax. I can't sit and read a book. And that's the restless energy I was picking up for you. So yes, it is very hard. Oh, Spirit, you are hilarious. It's very hard to be in the Hermit energy. The Hermit flew out in reverse. That's you, Gemini, going, hell no, I'm not doing that. Like, I can't sit still. I can't focus. But that was just, a joke. I think that is Spirit's way of being very Gemini. That is something Gemini would do. That was like a sarcastic Spirit comment. Like, yeah, Gemini, we know you don't want to be the hermit. That was so Gemini. Wow. Spirit is on a roll with your reading today. Yes, but you have to do it. You just, you don't want to, sometimes you just don't want to look at these things. Two of Swords energy. She's blindfolded. Her heart is guarded. The moon, the new moon is behind her though. So, well, it's the beginning of a cycle. So let me clarify that, because I feel, that was where you are coming from. That is where you are coming from. But you no longer, that fell on the floor. You no longer want to be in that energy of denying, your healing. Then we've got the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Beautiful energy. She is, the creative of the queens. She's fire energy. She is Sun, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but more so the card of Aries. So you could be dealing with an Aries. She's very magnetic, spiritual card as well. So you could be dealing with a Queen of Wands, or this could be your spirituality evolving. At the bottom of the deck, the card of Leo, which is courage and strength to do this healing. Exactly. Well done, Gemini. The reward is so worth it at the end of the day to have a healthy, fulfilling relationship that is real. And oh my word, these two fell out. To have a healthy, fulfilling relationship that is real, that brings you both equal emotional fulfillment. They fell out. That's another Gemini thing to do. Wow, I'm really connected to your energy today. Well, my Venus is in Gemini, so this is also my reading. I love it when the tarot tells me nonsense about myself. My tarot cards called me out today. Tower. Yes, this is very similar. It's a lot more destructive. Not destructive in the bad sense. It's a lot more dramatic. It is the card of Scorpio, so you'd expect it to be. I'm not saying Scorpios are drama queens, or am I? Okay. They're just very deep water signs and very intense, very private as well. And this is the card of Scorpio, Major Arcana. It is an earth-shattering moment in your life, which can be similar to an epiphany. So maybe something like a tower moment triggered this epiphany. But tower moments don't have to be massive, like, change of job or divorce, or, like really major changes, moving country. But this energy forces you to do that. So this is the divine coming in and saying, you know what? You need to get out of your comfort zone. It's not self-initiated change. And Scorpio is a fixed sign, which doesn't like change, but you are a mutable sign. So this tower moment for you was like, okay, I get it. It could have been, just a small realization. Well, not a small, a realization. It doesn't have to be a big, major, catastrophic event. Anything else for the sign of Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. Wow, I loved this reading. Another card of Scorpio, Judgment, second chances. Yes, you have a blank canvas now to begin anew in terms of love and relationship. And self-healing, this is second chances. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, Virgo, strong Virgo energy, the Hermit, Temperance, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then Scorpio. Very big Scorpio energy here. Anything else? Okay, that's the last one. Yes, healing your wounds. You have a second chance now, not Scorpio, Gemini. You've got a second chance now. And this wounded warrior, yes, he's been through a lot in his life. He's collected the ones. been there, done there, bought the t-shirt. He's looking a little worse for wear, like he's been through the ringer, literally. And that's what's happening internally. You don't want to step into a relationship like this, with all that wounding that, you're side-eyeing. That's when you become suspicious and, all sorts of things start playing out in the relationship because of our own insecurities and fears, which comes from our inner wounding. That starts at childhood. So this is what you need to go and do, Gemini, even though you don't want to. Mercury also rules Virgo, or is exalted in Virgo. Is Mercury exalted in Virgo? Okay, I stand to be corrected, but Mercury rules Virgo as well. Wow. So Mercury was very present today, Gemini. I just want to get you an advice oracle. And they are asking me to use the Moonology deck because, the planets are talking to us today. One card of advice for Gemini, please, Spirit, please and thank you. One card of advice for Gemini. Thank you for being here to the end, Gemini. If you would like a private reading, my details are in the description box below. I just saw a new beginning. One card of advice for the sign of Gemini. Okay. Wow. Scorpio again. New moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. Yes, exactly. Work through your fears, Gemini. New moon in Scorpio. In this way, you will overcome and you will be happier for it. The Tower. 2 cards of Scorpio. Change, a second chance, and then the new moon in Scorpio. Walk through your fears. New moons are also the beginning of cycles. The beginning of cycles and the end of a cycle. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Wow. Full moon in Capricorn. Beautiful, Scorpio. Okay, I'm going to end it there. That reading blew my mind. Honestly, this reading blew my mind. The messages that came through today, I can't make this stuff up. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like a private reading, in the description box below, you can find my details. Thank you, Gemini. Love you. Blessings, love, and light. Until your next reading.